Happy to start? Good. Good evening. Welcome to today's Matchday -1 press conference with head coach Sarina Weigman and captain Leah Williamson. We will take questions from the floor in either English or German. If you're asking a question, please wait for the microphone. State your name, media outlet you're from, and please let us know in advance if you're asking that question in German. Who would like to kick us off? Anton?
Hi, Sarina. Hi, Leah.
Can we take off the mask when you talk?
Absolutely.
Otherwise I have a problem.
More than happy to.
Thanks.
Hi, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Look, Sarina, first off, how are you feeling going into this, absolutely packed sort of media attendance here today? Are you getting a sense of how big this feels yet?
Right now I do, yes. So it's really incredible. It's really exciting. So we're going to train within an hour now here to get a little feeling of the stadium. And then we start tomorrow and I can't wait.
How is everybody fitness-wise going into this?
Good. Everyone can train. Everyone's on the pitch.
Everyone's available for selection?
Yeah.
How happy are you with that?
Well, that's the most important thing, to have the best players available. So that's really good. Really happy with it. And then we have hard choices to make.
Oh, hard choices. We've all been trying to guess your starting 11. How difficult has it been to finalise it?
Yeah, it has been. Well, it's not finalised yet. That we always do that after the last training match or after the last training session. But yes, that's hard. We've shown that we have a very good squad with depth, and it's really good that we have to make hard choices.
And Leah, look, we've asked you a lot of times, but today, how does it feel on the eve of captain in England? What's going to be a packed out Old Trafford?
Yeah, I'm very proud. Obviously, just as proud as I was yesterday, and I'm sure tomorrow when I look back, it will be a moment that I'll want to remember forever. Yeah.
Thank you, Anton. We'll go to Emma at the BBC.
Hello. English, obviously. Definitely won't be speaking in German. Yes, Sarina. I just wondered. You spoke about your emotions, especially when you just came into the room and just saw this now. Wondered whether you'd noticed a change of it in the mood of excitement among the players in the last sort of 24 hours as the first games got a bit nearer.
No, yeah, we're just really ready to go. So we started this preparation. Well, we started this September last year, but the real preparation for the Euro started May 30th. And we just worked from week to week and from training match to training match. So after the Switzerland game, we came back. We had a little time off, and then we started training to get ready for the match for tomorrow. And you can feel that everyone's really ready, and we just want to go.
Yeah, and just Leah, one for you. How special will that moment be for your family and your close friends who will be watching when you lead the team out tomorrow?
Yeah, I think the only thing that could top being on the pitch and being with my team would be sitting with them, because I think they'll be really excited. And yeah, again, very proud moment. So I hope they take it all in and enjoy it as much as I will.
Have you spoken to them much over the last day or so?
Yeah, I have. The good luck messages are obviously pouring in now. But it's nice. It's nice. Everybody's, it's an event for them, isn't it? So they're all sorted. Not my problem anymore. From tomorrow. So yeah, I hope they have a good time.
Well, best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Go to Molly.
Hi, Sarina. How key is it to take some of that pressure and that expectation almost off the players so that they can focus on playing and you can focus on the managing, rather than, I suppose, getting too excited about everything else, because we know how wonderful it is, but ultimately it's about performing now on the pitch, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is. I think we just do the same things that we always do. Just focus on our style of play as a team and as individuals, the task in the team. And we keep doing that. But of course, you also know that the tournament starts tomorrow. And we have waited for that for such a long time that it is an exciting moment. And it would be really strange if we wouldn't be excited. So, but what we're talking about is train well, play as a team, and play the best game we can. And well, that's in general what we talk about all the time.
And Leah, for you, obviously you've been in the camp where we've had a lot of preparation in terms of people coming in and talking about all this pressure and expectation and how best to deal with that. How prepared do you feel for this moment? And I think you've said it's the most prepared an England team has ever been. Is this when that really counts now?
Yeah, you know, we've put in the work over the last however many weeks, and we've ticked the boxes, so to speak, that we needed to tick, but also, you know, knowing how big of a moment tomorrow is, but also the summer. We know what it is, we know what to expect, and we're ready for it. But yeah, I think everybody's got their own things in place now to be able to deal with it, and, you know, pressure's a privilege. So it's something that we're embracing, and as Sarina says, we want to, that comes with it, that's part of the job, but doesn't mean we won't enjoy it at the same time.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. We'll go to John Cross at the Mirror.
Leah, can I just ask you just how ready is the team now? You must have, you know, obviously built up over the last few weeks. What sort of shape are you in? The confidence is high, and just you know, can you embrace and build on this home tournament expectation and sort of you know, excitement?
Yeah, I think the team's in a great place. You know, fitness-wise and all of those things that are within your control, we've taken care of, and we're in a great place there. And I think the game's provided us with the tests that we needed to, you know, you want to see where you're maybe weaker or what your strengths are, and find out about yourself ultimately heading into a tournament, and what sort of form you're in. And I think they provided those for us, and have given us time to then work on it and prepare. And yeah, this last training session now is sort of just putting it all together. I think we're ready for tomorrow, yeah.
Do you sense it's excitement rather than nerves in amongst the group?
Yeah, I think, you know, we're not robots. There's going to be nerves. There's going to be, that's, you know, like I said, we're aware of the expectation. We're aware of that from external sources, but from within the camp, it's all about the excitement of it and enjoying it. And like I said, this is my job. You know, if I wasn't ready for tomorrow, and if I wasn't allowed to enjoy tomorrow, why would I do it? You know, that kind of mentality. Thank you.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Amy at goal.com.
Hi, Sarina. How useful is it that you have played Austria in a competitive setting pretty recently, you know, playing in the qualifiers? How have you looked back on that and used that quite a lot for your preparation for this game?
Yes, of course we look back, and we also looked at the games they've played recently. Yeah, sometimes it's advantage, sometimes a disadvantage. We just prepare as good as possible, and we have the latest experience from November, and from there we take it. But we'll first start with our own style of play and how can we use our strengths and harm them.
Thanks, Amy. Go to Susie at The Guardian.
Cheers, hey both. How weird has it been, Leah, to see your face on crisp packets, drink bottles, side of buildings more recently? That must be quite a strange experience.
Yeah, it's not normal, is it? But yeah, it's good. It means that the visibility of us as a team and the women's game is sort of being, yeah, recognised as it should be. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's strange, but it's a good thing for the game, yeah.
And then a tough one, where do you want to be playing tomorrow?
Do you know?
If it was that easy, yeah. You know, I'd like to be on the pitch playing for England. For me, I've never played in a European Championship, so for me tomorrow to get out on the pitch, playing for England is enough, and anything else on top of that is, yeah, I'll do whatever I need to do for the team.
And Sarina, what did you learn from the past 3 games and Leah's position in those games?
I learned a lot from the last 3 games, and I learned a lot from the earlier games we played. And I think she can play in both, in midfield and in defence.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susie. We'll go back across the room to Simon from the Evening Standard.
Here we go again.
Sarina, just in terms of the tournament, how competitive do you feel it is, and how many teams do you think can realistically win it?
Yeah, I think I've said a couple of times, the game has developed so quickly and so good that I think many countries are favourites for this tournament, because the level's so high. So I think it's really hard to predict what it looks like at the end of the tournament. I think lots of countries are in a good position. So are we, I think. But as we have seen tournaments, strange things can happen. And I hope that is in advantage of us.
And just one for Leah. Obviously, we talk a lot about pressure and playing in front of 75,000, but do you think for you guys it could actually be your biggest advantage over other teams that you've got this home support and it will grow throughout the tournament?
Yeah, 100%. They're the 12th man, and to be fair, Sarina's had experience with that, and that's something that she wants us to embrace as well, and maybe something that we've not been that good at in the past. So we're loving the fact that there'll be 77,000 there tomorrow, and most of them will be there for us. Of course, it's an advantage. We're we're at home. So yeah, we intend to use it as much as possible and embrace that.
Thanks, Simon. We'll go to Lindsay Hooper at UEFA.
Thank you. Do you have a set penalty taker for this tournament, Sarina, or is it more fluid than that?
We have our plan set in place for penalties, but I don't want to give that away here.
Thanks, Lindsay. We'll go right to the back to Tom Gary.
Thank you. Tom Gary, Daily Telegraph. I just wanted to ask how conscious you are, Sarina, of the fact that the scheduling means you get to start tomorrow and some teams don't start for another 4 days. So over the whole tournament, you might have 4 days extra recovery potentially than some of your rivals. Can that be really useful to England in terms of keeping everyone fresh over the tournament?
Yeah, well, of course, I looked at the scheduling, and sometimes you have a couple more days than other times. We just know that that's the case, that those are facts, and we have to deal with it. And that's how we approach it from our side, from our schedule. First, let's start tomorrow with the group with the first match and do well, and from there we go. But we know what the schedule's like and how we have to recover and get prepared for the next match.
Thank you. And just to follow on that with Leah, Mark Parsons said the other day he felt that England looked like incredibly physically ready and prepared. Does it feel to you, compared to previous tournaments, that this is the fittest and freshest that England have ever been?
I think we've always done great work. We've always wanted to be one of the fittest teams out there. It's an easy win. If you can tick that box, then you leave it to the football. But I think this time it's been more focused on the football fitness and the match fitness and that side of things. And I think that's what you're seeing in our play. We're going through till 90 minutes and we're able to still have the quality in our team until those sort of last seconds, which is maybe an advantage. Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. We'll just go down one row if that's okay. Thank you.
First of all, to Sarina, 5 years ago, of course, you were in this situation with a huge game against when you started the Women's Euro in the Netherlands. How much has this feeling been brought back, and how much does the fact that you've been through a game like that help you to prepare the girls for tomorrow for that sort of occasion?
Yeah, I think as a coach, when you get experience, it will always be helpful. I think this situation is totally different than it was 5 years ago. But yes, of course, I want to share experience with players. But I think we also have in this group many players that have experienced many great games at the highest level. So there is a lot of experience in the team. We just talk about, and we talk about expectations, and then we bring it back to football. What do we do on the pitch? What do we have to do on the pitch together and as an individual?
Okay. And to Leah, obviously, on the Austria team now, there are some players you know very well from the club. How much you look at, I know it's not a club game, but how much are you looking forward to that, having the sort of the club rivalry played out? And have you been in touch with them at all?
I haven't spoken to any of them, actually. But yeah, I'll obviously be great to see them tomorrow and welcome them to England. I hope, obviously, it's a nicer experience for us. But yeah, it'll be nice to welcome the girls here. And obviously, you leave club at the door, but yeah, there's relationships there that I hope will still be as strong after the game tomorrow.
Thank you. There's a couple of questions from the alley, the seating area in the alley. Thank you.
One question was taken away, actually.
Can you take over?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Sarina, so I want to ask you about the Austrian opponents tomorrow. So last time you played 1-0 at the World Quarterfinals. So what are you going to expect from the team tomorrow as an opponent from Austria? Is it going to be very hard or only hard? What are your expectations?
Yeah, you never know. I think Austria is a very strong team. Their togetherness is really good. They are tough, good physical, and they had a very well-organized team when we played them in November, and I think they still have what we have seen recently. So I expect a tough game, but I do think if we play our best game, that we'll be on the ball more than they will, and we can dominate the game more than they can do.
Thank you. And Leah, the question was taken away a bit, like, some of the opponents from the Austrian team. Is it for you like a pro or a con to know, for example, Manuela Zinsberger, the goalie from Austria?
It can vary, but I think having knowledge on people is, we do a lot of analysis and before every game we'll prepare as properly as possible. So obviously to have that extra insight could maybe help, but they have that on us as well. So I suppose the advantage goes both ways.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions in German? If not, we'll go to the back row. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
You have some experience being the head coach of the hosting country. What's the difference compared to 2017 if it comes to expectations and pressure?
Everything is more bigger, more expectations, higher expectations. The level of the game is higher, so actually it's hard to compare. But I think the players are more experienced and have had more moments already in this higher environment. In this, actually totally different. But at the end, you're working with a team and you're playing football, so some things are similar too.
Thank you. We'll go. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take one from Rebecca at the back.
Hi, Sarina. Last week, a story came out from a predecessor of yours at the Dutch national team, Vera Pauw. She had some pretty serious accusations about the Dutch Football Federation, and I was wondering how you feel about this story.
Yeah, first of all, it's really horrible when it happens to you, when you experience like that. I think for anyone who comes in any situation like this, it's really horrible. So I think it's really good. I heard there was an investigation around it, so I think that's really good to investigate. But at the same time, I'm here. I'm really focusing on tomorrow in the Euros. Start with my England team, so I just leave it there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Rivka. We'll finish with Charlotte Harper at the Athletic. It's a fair journey for the microphone, I'm afraid.
Thank you. Just a question for Leah. You've described your captaincy as a responsibility, and compared to previous major tournaments, I imagine you haven't had to have those conversations with coaches and players and one-to-one. How are you finding it?
Yeah, just trying to be myself, be authentic to that role. Yeah, like you say, it's a responsibility. That's what it is, and obviously I'll honour that the best that I can. But yeah, I'm just trying to embrace it all, and I'm lucky. I play in a team that has experience, tons of experience, and knowledge that I don't have that they can share with me also. So yeah, I'm staying true to who I am, and hopefully, influencing the team in a positive way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlotte. Thank you ever so much, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.